must-see matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much rumble him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week: 19 carries, 85 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
On 1st and 10, Bonds. He finds his man, complete. It's Greer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing on 1st down. Bonds. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Old football 101 there. You just hit a receiver trying to run down the defender. I mean, he goes right at him. And really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, Ingram. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. To throw on 2nd down. Bonds. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy because you could marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's hitting them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Bonds. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw here. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 2nd and 6. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Operating from the gun. Bonds. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Deshaun Watson leading the charge offensively.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get it is the idea.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Mixon up the middle. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And really, we're talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
play fake here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Bonds. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the...
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers.
Gabriel Davis,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers have moved out in front. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now here's the option play going left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw on second down. Bonds. And his throw here's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Bonds. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning is Peppers. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll set up to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Up the middle, Ingram. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Bonds. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. He got 29 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off play action. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. To throw on second down. Bonds. Forced out to his left. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Dancing to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Back to throw now on first down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On second down, here's Mixon.
On the move past the 40. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They go back to the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake. Bonds. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That pass taken in by Burks. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Bonds. That's complete right around the 8. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They're running. Ingram hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Ingram denied on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bonds. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They give to Ingram up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Burks. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown.
Traylon Burks,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Flush to his right.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and throw for it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
Throwing to start the drive. Bonds looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bonds. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Bonds. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
That takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this time he is in.
Yes. Joe Mixon with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
from the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now the Panthers down by 5. And time, a huge factor. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Chase. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's back to throw. Finding Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Philadelphia, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with 1 game still to go in the regular season.